for you. 6 o'clock on your Monday morning. This is live on Capitol, looking towards downtown Indianapolis. A little bit of fog out there as you start your day. The rain now moving through and out, which is good. But Lindsay says we're going to keep an eye on the skies today and maybe take the umbrella with you as you leave the house this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. We are talking about severe weather, not only here in central Indiana, but especially in southern Indiana. Take a look at this video. This is from Cynthiana, north of Evansville. You can see this huge funnel cloud here. Our sister station, WFIE in Evansville, is reporting multiple confirmed tornadoes as part of that system that rolled through last night. 6 o'clock on your Monday. A lot of folks waking up in southern Indiana to some fallen trees and limbs, even in our area too.
Yeah, most of the storm reports were limb damage, things like that. We had a couple funnel cloud reports near Patricksburg, so over in Owen County, but got a lot of storm reports from, unfortunately, that same zone that was the target of that severe weather last Wednesday, round two basically. So I wanted to start with a look at all of those storm reports over the past 24 hours, where we had over 130 of them. And this is everything from heavy rainfall and flooding, funnel clouds, confirmed tornadoes, wind damage, hail reports, all of it over the past 24 hours. You can see the zone primarily central southern portions of Illinois and then into southwestern Indiana. These are the ones that you guys are going to point out here in just a second near Newburgh. So this was late yesterday evening after the sun had gone down, and some of those reports coming in from that Evansville area with brief tornado touchdowns reported near Newburgh as well as the city of Dayville, if you're familiar with far southern Indiana, as well as Chandler. That was out of our viewing area, but we'll lift it a little farther to the north, where we had that funnel cloud reported near Patricksburg, near the elementary at 6:54 p.m. A couple other funnel cloud reports from Vincennes over into Knox Martin and Daviess counties. Outside of that, some wind damage reports from Monroe County into Brown County. So another active day, but certainly not as impactful as last Wednesday was for us when it comes to central Indiana specifically. All of those local watches and warnings have been allowed to expire as we've been monitoring some of this leftover rainfall across the northern tier of the state. Even seeing some redevelopment here with just some scattered showers on the southern extent of that complex. A little bit of heavier rainfall just to the north of us. So could at times see some scattered rainfall, though not expecting stormy weather from this point on. Just some good old-fashioned rain showers that could put a little damper on your day. We're at 70 now with that overcast sky. Touch cooler in northern Indiana where that rain has been falling. 59 in Kokomo. And over the course of the day today, we're going to hold pretty steady here. Mid to upper 60s with that stray shower that will be possible. We'll talk about the rain moving out. Some sunshine returning for tomorrow coming up in your full forecast. But here at 6:03, we'll take you back down to that I-65 corridor. We've been watching some of those improvements that were made over the weekend, and this is some good news as that construction project continues to roll on, and the new ramp now open from 65 northbound off of Keystone Avenue. This was new over the past couple days here. That ramp has since reopened, as well as this new ramp that's now open from 65 southbound onto Keystone Avenue as we continue to see work and progress made on this stretch of interstate in that construction zone. So as of Saturday evening, that is some good news there for travelers on the near south side. And we'll continue to monitor any delays that might develop there coming into your splits this morning. Guys.
Lindsay, thank you. Taking you back now to southern Indiana, where a possible tornado may have caused an apartment building to collapse there. According to our sister station in Evansville, the Newburgh Fire Department says a possible tornado hit just before 11 o'clock last night. Fire and police are now assessing that collapse. The good news is there are no major injuries reported.
And in Gibson County, we're learning some sirens did not activate during last night's storms. That's just north of Evansville. That obviously has them a little concerned there. The Gibson County Sheriff says the sirens in Owensville and in Princeton did not sound, and those will be checked, he says, today during daylight. Damage assessments are also expected to take place starting this morning. We're reaching out to track any damage from last night's weather of the thunderstorms. Also in other areas, we know that there were a lot of power outages in the thousands.
Yeah, the EMA director in Monroe County shared a photo of a large tree here. This is blocking Robinson Road near Dolan, and she tells us there are trees down on Brummets Creek too. So as you head out this morning, just keep that in mind. Maybe give yourself a little time if you did have some storms last night, and make sure to stay away from any floodwaters.
And the Red Cross is in Monroe County. Survivors from last week's tornadoes, they're just still assessing all of the damage. This area was hit hard Wednesday. Monroe is one of 63 counties where Governor Braun declared a state of disaster and state of emergency because of Wednesday's storms. That lets the Indiana Department of Homeland Security give financial help to families. The Red Cross also has a support hotline if you need to reach them, 1-800-RED-CROSS. That will get you the help you need. This morning, the trial for a mother in Indianapolis charged in the death of her 5-year-old goes to court.
More than 2 years after her daughter died, Toni McClure will learn her fate in front of a jury. Anna Chalker joins us in studio this morning with what we can expect out of the first day of this trial. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. We'll hear opening arguments from both sides, and we do know that 12 jurors were selected for this trial. And this is some of the evidence in the timeline that I want to walk you through that's going to be presented during this week. Kinsley Welting, she died in April of 2024 after police found her unresponsive and malnourished in her mother Toni's home. Investigators say she suffered years of abuse and was even confined to a closet in that home. Reports show Kinsley was in and out of foster care, but those cases were closed without a caseworker seeing the girl in person.
The day that DCS took her back was the hardest day I'd ever experienced in my life, knowing where she was going.
That was Kinsley's paternal grandfather. Now, there are two people that'll have major testimony in McClure's trial. That is her mother and her boyfriend. Both of them pleaded guilty to neglect of a dependent, resulting in death in this case. The trial set to begin at 8:30 this morning. We will have a camera in there as the trial gets underway. And beyond all of this, just so many family members, including the grandfather and her father, still trying to bring her justice. And that includes involving some state lawmakers here to make sure no other kid goes through that. So we'll share that coming up, what those efforts are going to look like once this trial's all wrapped up and done.
It's so sad, so disappointing in so many ways.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anna.
We have new developments this morning in a deadly shooting from over the weekend on the north side of Indianapolis.
IMPD announcing that within the last couple of hours here, they've arrested a suspect. I want to show you the scene near 71st and Grandview Drive around 11 o'clock yesterday morning. IMPD detained the suspect shortly after that shooting, and he was later arrested. Detectives also recovered a gun at the scene.
Neighbors tell us they heard more than a dozen gunshots there. This is still an active investigation despite the arrest, so police say if you know anything about what happened, they're asking you to come forward. Metro Police also made an arrest in a deadly hit-and-run crash from last month. 24-year-old Jalen Donahue of Indianapolis is now charged with leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death and reckless homicide. Investigators say 58-year-old Ann Torres was hit while walking. This was near 42nd and German Church back on May 10th. Police didn't find her body until the next day. Court documents say security video from the area shows the suspect's Cadillac swerve around a Jeep, speed off, hit Torres, and then keep driving. Police say an anonymous tip led them to Donahue.
Well, a Fountain Square business says it hopes to reopen soon as they can after being vandalized over the weekend. Black House Cafe posted pictures Saturday showing the shattered windows and their glass door. The post saying that somebody went through the neighborhood vandalizing several small businesses, not just theirs, but also homes and cars. Went on to say that nearby construction has really been hard on businesses in this area. And this isn't even the first time that that area has seen vandals in the Fountain Square area. In April, someone broke into 4 businesses in a span of just 15 minutes. 13 News reached out to IMPD for any new information about a suspect and are waiting to hear back.